here. Do you mind if I use that table? Thanks, my man. Just gonna find my way around. I know what you're thinking. Who the fuck told him Backstreet was back? There's a story behind this jacket. I've been doing comedy 7 months tonight, guys. My 7th month of Versailles Fund. Recently found out I'd been shortlisted for the BBC's New Comedy Awards 2024. Thank you again. I wanted to make a statement, right? Because I thought, I'm going to go and perform. This is my time. So I thought, I'm going to buy a new jacket. You're already laughing at the jacket. So I go out and I buy the jacket, right? And I bring it back home. I'm feeling fucking brilliant, right? I try it on, I walk in, and my wife just pishes herself laughing, like, immediately, right? I start getting smaller in the jacket as this happens. She goes, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's a jacket for the Comedy Awards, the BBC thing." She pishes herself laughing again. Cannot breathe, right? And I'm feeling less confident in the Backstreet Boys jacket. And then she looked at me and went, "To be fair, it is literally your funniest fucking material." That's what we're up against, folks. That is what we're up against. Should I keep it on? Yeah. Keep it on, man. My wife is weirdly, given the crowd work that's taking place, a doctor. She works in ICU. I am not so weirdly not a doctor, right? So I work for a bank, but I just sit at a computer. I do sort of IT stuff. But during COVID, that was quite hard because she worked in ICU dealing with the pandemic at its worst. People were dying. She went in one day, this is a true story. She went in one day, worked hard, came home. And when she came home, I said, "How was your day?" And she just looked completely drained of colour. She said to me, "We had 16 patients in the ICU at the start of my shift, and all 16 died." And I looked at her, and I did not have the heart to tell her that in my working day, I had photoshopped my head onto a lion tamer's head. And I had photoshopped 3 of my colleagues onto 3 lions. Didn't feel like the right time. She's good though, she's good at her job, I think. But she does tell me stuff, right, which is definitely illegal, I think, or something like that. So, Rangers are playing through there. The only reason I'm telling you this story is in the hope that this person is through there, right? My wife told me a story about a Rangers fan, big, arrogant Rangers fan, right? And he was going in for surgery, and he had a big tattoo right across his stomach. And this tattoo said, "No surrender." That is a big, bad Rangers tattoo, right? I bet he felt very proud of that tattoo until he came out of the surgery. And the tattoo just said, "Surrender." The body gave up, as did the body art. I'm sure he got over it because you have to be thick-skinned to live in Glasgow. Would you agree? You need to take a bit of a ribbon, you need to get the piss taken out of you, right? And I can attest to that because I'm a stand-up comic now, and I can tell you about the things that I had to endure when I was growing up. And I can tell you here, Dram, the hardest thing I had to overcome during my teenage years was having this fucking monstrosity stuck to the middle of my forehead when the Sugar Babes released the song "Push the Button." There was not a forehead in South Lanarkshire that was fucking slapped as much as this. 2005. But it's not all bad, because my wife is Sri Lankan and she comes from a Hindu family. Hey. Like this! Just permanently stuck on. I used to turn up to every fucking Diwali like that. What's happening, guys? You alright? Guys good, yeah? Who the fuck is that? The only other positive I can see with this, right, is that one day there might be, at some point in the future, a sniper lining me up from 200 yards. He'll look through his wee scope and he'll go, somebody's fucking beat us to it, lads, let's go, come on. The only thing I can think. It's good. It's nice to be in the West End as well. A lot of these comedy gigs are in the West End, but I'm a city centre guy, to be honest. And the city centre of Glasgow, a couple of months ago, gave me the most Glaswegian thing I had ever seen in my life. I was in the pub, had a few beers, a few too many. I phoned a taxi. So I stepped outside to wait for this taxi, having a look about, nobody's there. And all I hear is this unmistakable sound. A big fucking sniff, right? To myself, where's that come from? Having a wee look. Can't see anybody, waiting for the taxi. Same again. A big sniff. I had one last look and then I finally located it. It wasn't him, I'm just using him as a prop. Sorry. You let me use your table as well, fuck yeah. So I finally located it, right? The most Glaswegian thing I've ever seen in my life. It was a guy snorting a big line of coke off a wall-mounted defibrillator. Gave the guy a wee look, as if to say, have you got no sense of irony, sir? He looked back at me and said, look at the state of that fucking jacket, sir. Disheartening once again. But it's good, man. Me and my wife, we did move house recently. Me, my wife, my little dog, Giggles. I know what you're thinking, mate. A comedian with a dog called Giggles. That is pathetic. It's actually called manifesting. So, maybe try Googling it. So we move house, and a lot of things happen when you move house. The first thing is, you have loads of shit you need to get rid of, right? So we went to the recycling centre, the tip, as we call it here affectionately. Give me a little cheer if you've been at your tip recently. There is nobody that cares less about their fucking environment than the members of staff that work at your local recycling centre. Nobody gives a fuck, right? So I took this box and had like half-empty bottles of alcohol in it, right? Went up to this wee guy, he's shuffling a bit. I said, hey, I've got these bottles of booze, I don't really know what to do with them. Do I pull them out? Do I just like put them in the bottle bin? He said to me, just feed them to me, I'll put them next to my office, right? Fine, I'm good with that, I don't want them. But then I said to him, I have a bag here that's got old batteries in it. I've got a big bag that's got garden waste in it. I've got planks of wood. He went, you've done me a favour, son. Fucking stick it in household waste. So I don't think Greta Thunberg died for this. She's not dead. So that was the first thing that happened, right? The middle thing that happened was I let my wife choose all the appliances for the house, which was a big mistake. I walked into the kitchen, my oven had fucking Wi-Fi. What's that all about? In case I'm making a rotisserie chicken and I want to put an accumulator on and bet 365, But the biggest thing for me was I had to clean one of the rooms and I was asked to clean the floor. Turned on this new Hoover. It's a Shark Hoover, right? Turned it on. The Hoover has fucking headlights. On what planet would my Hoover need headlights? To warn oncoming Hoovers in times of darkness. In case it gets fucking dusty in there, I need to flick on the full beams, you know what I mean? But we just got to Hoover and one of the fucking headlights went out. I started getting, what if the fucking police see me? I'm fucked. It was it's not all been good, and I'll leave you on this last story, right? Because we moved in, me, my wife, and Giggles. And it was good to start with, but the wee man, he wasn't used to having his own garden, right? So he would always run out the door and get too excited. And this one time he ran out and he got hit with a car, and wee Giggles died, front garden. It's fucking hard to talk about, sorry. And he got hit with a car, and he's lying there in the front garden, right? And we'd all moved in and we were all happy and stuff. And my wife runs out, she's screaming. I run out, I'm screaming. I'm just standing over the wee guy's body. She's just sobbing into my chest. She says, I just don't know what to do. I scooped the wee man up. I just said, stick it in household waste, we'll be alright. I'm Craig Scott, have a good night, cheers, thank you.